All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, hey, hello. We are going to talk a little bit about the new moon in Virgo today, and that is happening later this week, August 27th. I want to give us a chance to align, also to line up your intentions for this new moon. This new moon in Virgo does have the capability of helping us learn balance, bring more well-being into our lives, be able to understand what happiness and joy is, what success is. We might be reinventing those definitions for ourselves. So let's see what message wants to come through. If you're looking to work with this energy, so part of my astrological crusade this fall is about helping you work with the energies, not just like, oh, wow, this is what's happening and it's heavy, feels heavy, or this feels light. I'm going to help you learn to work with these energies. Okay, so there's a little link below if you want to check that out. It's going to be developing over the course of this fall. So more of this kind of stuff, meaning meditations and rituals and all kinds of methodologies that you can use to help you really harness this energy and use it for your best and highest good. Okay. All right. So that's a link below. I'll call that out. I will keep doing an extended for this reading, and that will be also in the link below. Pathfinders, that's part of your deal. All right. Let's see what's happening here. All right. Reaching your destination. Crossing bridges. Oh, I got 4 here. Okay. Fellow travelers and uncovering treasure. This does say to me that people who don't forget people who have helped you along the way. I feel like there's been several people who have supported your journey from a soul perspective, maybe not from a 3D perspective, but they have been like pushing you to be your best, or they've been showing you, holding up a mirror to your triggers, or they've been doing something that really pushes you in the direction of health and well-being and kindness and balance and all of that. That beautiful Virgo energy really is offering us an opportunity to rework and realign with what our destiny actually is. All right. Where are we going with this? All right. That's what we need to work on right now this week as we lead up to that new moon on the 27th. All right, let's see where we go here. This is the Mythic deck, if you don't know. One of my favorite decks. This is the Mythic deck. All right. I just saw the Ace of Cups. So it's possible that new love is coming in, but let's see here. So the 4 of Cups underneath is an underlying feeling of malaise. Not sure what to do next. A lot of people talking at you, okay? A lot of people talking at you about what is for your best and highest good. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Devil energy, a lot of Earth energy here. 6 of Pentacles, Strength, Capricorn, Leo, Judgment, Hermit. There's Virgo energy. I like that. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is sort of a lower version of, look at that, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. 5 of Cups and 4 of Swords. Okay. All right. So what's showing up to me here is that this is a very apropos. The Virgo new moon is giving us this opportunity to look at what we have been complicit in that is holding us back. Do you keep going after that same corporate job, even though you hate being in corporate America? Do you keep attracting that same contract or that same type of person or that same lesson? I feel like this is sort of like the lessons, the answers are inside. Like listening to outside sources may not be long-term as good for you as understanding what's going on inside. So what's going on inside is a lot of mindset that needs to be released. The Hermit is the Virgo energy, obviously. And then there's the 8 and 9 of Swords. So 8 of 9 of Swords is about mindsets that are anxiety, sort of overthinking, monkey mind kind of stuff, thoughts that drive us into fear, that drive us low, like, oh my God, what if that happened? Right? Like that kind of thing. And I do think there is some kind of, this is kind of interesting to me, and I'll get to the beginning of the reading in a second, but it's like right to the final chapter, right to the last piece before we jump over. Okay, the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. I feel like you are healing that feeling of not being safe and secure. It's time to create your own sense of safety and security, even in the midst of things moving. All right. So it's almost like getting your sea legs when you're out in a boat, right? If you kind of move with the boat and you have this sense of being at one with how things are moving, you're a lot less likely to fall and break your arm or do something like that than if you're rigid and like holding on, and then that's the thing that causes the issue. So what's being asked of you is to release a mindset of anxiety. And I know that's easier said than done, because I definitely float into that area of anxieties, no question about it. But it's really not about that. It's about understanding what and learning to do this for yourself. What makes you feel stable and solid? Because it can't come from an external source. It has to come from you. So my dad used to say to me that, you are your own best asset. Okay. You have your capabilities, you have your language, you have your writing, you have your expressiveness, you have your ideas, you have all of these things that are you. And those are the things that create safety and stability. Money will come and go, people will come and go, but there needs to be a sense of anchoring in power. Okay. And I feel like this is going to be happening by the next holiday, which here in the States is Labor Day. So really anchoring in the sense of, I'm powerful no matter what. I'm not creating these situations anymore. I'm learning from it. This is Saturn energy. So the devil energy is Saturn. So Saturn is a taskmaster. It's also teaching you about managing your time, managing your experience, so that if you are more balanced, which Six of Pentacles clearly is, all right, then there's not this 8 and 9 of Swords. That's really being released and letting go of it. There's some reason that you haven't let go of it. Healing is necessary for this. There's some reason to hold on to an old pattern, an old person, an old way of doing things, because that makes you feel safe. So I used to, when I had my video marketing business, I would look out on the horizon and chart my course in terms of, these are the projects I have going on. This is what is coming in. This is what is right. And I'm constantly manifesting new clients, new projects, new things. But I'm also now manifesting in this Virgo new moon. I'm manifesting health and well-being. So you can have a thriving business or a thriving relationship that is balanced. It doesn't need to get out of balance by overreaching or being, too much togetherness or too much separateness or anything that's too much. And so, you are definitely ready for this manifestation when you become in alignment with that which you are power. You are your safety. You are your strength, much more than any outside situation, because the outside situation can be perilously fraught with other people's nonsense and other people deciding, oh, you know what, we're not going to do that project this year. Oh, yeah, that was something I talked about in January, but I've decided I'm not going in that direction. So that those things can't knock you off your pins. You just know that creates space for people who are aligned with what you're doing to come in. So instead of going, oh my God, I was counting on that, it's really, right? Because that's Virgo energy, right? Counting your chickens. But Virgo doesn't count the chickens before they're hatched, because Virgo is very much I must measure success by metrics that are existing in my current lifetime, in my current experience here. So if you're looking at things right now and they're inducing anxiety, then the key is to really understand what has you tied to them. It's attachment. What has me tied to that? Well, I believe my well-being comes from external sources. If you're tied to the result of that, you're tied to the money of it, then that going away is a big deal. But if you instead are aligned with the good idea, the very healthy balance, the way you've created your business, the way you've created your life, if you're like in that flow, then people leave and people come in, projects leave and projects come in. And, there really is the only thing that is true about, the world is that change is a constant, right? There's no such thing as staying the same. There's no such thing as we're standing on this piece of ground and it's always going to be the same. I'm using that metaphor because we have inner planets in Virgo and outer planets in Capricorn and Taurus. We have that North Node in Taurus. We have Pluto in Capricorn. But the inner planets, the sun and the moon, are both in Virgo. And Virgo is mutable earth. So that means things can change. Even earth can change, right? Even the plot of land that we stand on can change. And so getting back to that boat analogy, like if you can kind of surf that energy, if you can harness the energy of mutable earth and be in alignment with mutable earth, then you never get to this place of like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Okay. If you don't know much about your birth chart, because we do have Mars. I talked about yesterday, Mars moving into Gemini. We have this Virgo energy. If you don't know where that lays in your own birth chart, I'm doing a birth chart class, which I will put a link for here, because then you can see exactly what part of your life this is going to penetrate. I get the word penetrate. And where you need to create more balance, where you need to release the idea that something's fixed, all right, versus something can always change. And you can create a new definition of change for yourself, that change is always improvement, or change is always expansion. All right. Change is always for my best and highest good. If you can embrace those kinds of philosophies, then this idea that you'll have a lot of anxiety is going to be reduced. Okay. There's an anxiety of right now about you losing something. And this is the thing that needs healing. It's not about the losing the thing, because your happiness does not count. Your happiness counts. Your happiness does not rely on the health, well-being, generosity, anchoring of other people. It does not reside in that external thing of your social media following or your bank account or anything like that. It resides in you first. And that must be in that high vibration in order for those other things to follow. Okay. So let's keep going here. I will pull some cards. I did this yesterday in the morning message. I'll pull some cards for individual zodiac, just to get a little message for each one of you in the extended. And the link is below for the extended. Part of Pathfinders, though, rest of the reading starts right now. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.